song. It's originally by the Gorillas, but I put a little spin on it and I hope you really like it, so thanks. Well, this is breaking out on a camel ride, and they'll just have to go, 'cause they don't know why. So you feel the strings, it's a pillar to sing. You won't get out of Ghana 'cause you're bad and free. You've got a new horizon, it's a family style. And then the kind of town where they never smile, and all you wanna hear is a message beat. My dreams, they gotta kiss 'cause I don't get sleep, no. And then we will fall out loud, time forever, hand in hand. Take it all in on your stride. It is ticking, falling down. Love forever, love is real. Time forever, you and me. In the winter, fall out loud is everybody. Don't stop, getting in you. We are your captain, steady walking down the lane. Don't stop, getting in you. We are your captain, steady walking down the lane. So here is nothing, no blue skies, see here. I know that it's time to live up to some goals. We go places we can be, feel good, sunshine, and happiness. If you will fall in love, time forever, hand in hand. Take it all in on your stride. It is ticking, falling down. Love forever, love is real. Time forever, you and me. And then when the fall of land is everybody. Don't stop, getting in you. We are your captain, steady walking down the lane. Don't stop, getting in you. We are your captain, steady walking down the lane. Ooh, ooh, feel good. Ooh, and then when the fall of land, love forever, hand in hand. Take it all in on your stride. It is ticking, falling down. Love forever, love is real. Time forever, you and me. And then when the fall of land is everybody. So this next song is for all the lovers out there. It's a pretty lovely song. So I hope you enjoy this one as well. Thank you. You ever have that one person that you just can't get out of your head and it's really irritating? Especially for like my age, like celebrities. Anyway, this next song, it's a slow one. Yeah, it's like a bit of a lovey song, but yeah, it's about, when you can't get someone out of your head and you're dreaming about them and it's quite irritating. So, yeah. Cold and wet, silent hearts will lead you bigger than the rest. Come home for a life that is gone. But come in time, you're gonna pick up one that feels a little hard. The wind lays heavy, the waves in stone. My instinct tells me I should walk this far from home. And you can hope for a life that is gone. But come in time, you're gonna pick up one that feels a little hard. And every time I go to bed, an image of your fingers in my head. And every time I go to sleep, an image of you floats in my dreams. Takes strength, this land before. My skin is hurting, I can't feel my feet anymore. And you can hope for a life that is calm. And every time I fall asleep, an image of you falls in my dreams. And every time I go to bed, an image of you flickers in my head. And every time I fall asleep, So, I really want the crowd to get really into this one. It's a really angsty song. Everyone knows it. It's a very popular song, so it's radioactive. So please get into it. Have a good time. waking up. I feel it in my bones enough to make my system know. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm radioactive, radioactive. I raise my flag, not my clothes. It's a revolution, I suppose. But make it red, take it right in. Whoa. I'm breaking in, shaping out, and checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones to make my system flow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm radioactive, radioactive. All systems go. Sun has died deep in my bones, straight from inside. I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones to make my system flow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm radioactive, radioactive.
Hey, Caitlin, Tim, Ed, lovely to have seen your performance. I thought there was some really strong qualities that you showed up there. Really trying to engage with the audience. Some of your chatting between songs was really relaxed and really engaging. I liked that. You're endeavouring to do some performance stuff with gestures and movement, which I thought were really good, but you probably would have felt better if there'd been a band or some stuff around you, to get that vibe. It's hard to manufacture that vibe, and I totally empathise with your position up there, but, credence to you for the effort. And a lot of really lovely singing. I'm here to give you some constructive criticism as well as encouragement, though. So what I'm going to talk to you about with your voice, I'm a singer, and I still have singing lessons. Actually, I've only just started singing lessons after 25 years of singing professionally, and I've just really decided that now's the time to start. So I've been learning a lot of great stuff from my singing teacher, and things that are his voice was kind of going around in my head while I was listening to you about developing the chest voice. You've got this really great, really strong head register. You're really strong in that area. You've got some areas to work on up there, but I think you're for tonal, to bring a tonal quality into your voice that will really serve you well going on into the future. If you develop that chest area of your voice a little bit more, that's going to just add so much beautiful tone and depth around that strength that you've already got with your head voice. I had to pick on your pitch a little bit. There was I started to put little marks down every time a pitchy moment jumped out at me, and I got to over 20, and that means that's an area that you really need to work on with your pitch. You'll see it when you watch the tape back of your performance. You should be really critical of that and look back and go, all right, that's an area I definitely need to improve on, and sit and do some scales and things like that with a piano, with something that's got a real solid pitch. And again, if you're having singing lessons, that's the kind of stuff that they'll teach you to train up and strengthen your voice, because it's just about muscle memory. Your voice is a muscle. You need to strengthen it. You need to work it out, train it, like you're at the gym. I thought your Mic technique was okay, but you can do a little bit of work on that as well as a professional singer. Just really making sure that when you're going to let it belt with those stronger areas that in your voice, that you give yourself a little bit of distance on the mic and then pull it up a little bit closer when you're in those registers that you're not so strong at, so that you keep a nice even keel through it. It wasn't too bad. Your mic technique wasn't terrible, but I could just see some areas for you to improve on. Apart from that, really cool. I really enjoyed you as a performer. I thought your presence and stage persona and charisma and everything like that were really great. So keep at it. Keep learning, keep improving. Well done.
Okay, yeah, I just want to add a couple of things to what Tim was saying there. It's just what you'll find is if you work on a couple of things like your breathing technique and figuring out where your bottom part of your register is, what you'll find is that your pitch will improve once your breathing technique improves, because you'll just have that much more power. As a bass player, I know, because when I lug my amp around, it weighs a ton, whereas the guitarist's amp doesn't weigh very much. My point is that it takes a lot more power and control to produce the lower notes. As a singer, thankfully, you don't have to lug around a big bass amplifier. But what you do probably need to do is work on your breathing and like Tim was saying, help develop that belly voice, and which it'll help your pitch, it'll help your tone, and along with your mic technique, it will vastly improve your ability to deliver the songs, which, by the way, your stage presence and your charisma it's definitely all there. I felt you drawing us in, and that's a really good thing that you've already got that. And some people struggle to have that going on, but once you have your vocals sorted, and I know it's hard working with backing tracks. We see a lot of backing track action today and yesterday, and it's a common thing these days. I thought you worked pretty well with the backing tracks. Some of the levels and some of the tones of the backing tracks were a bit disjointed between the two. So some of those big bombastic ones with a lot of bottom end, and then there was the one with the guitar, and it was a bit thin. So it's a technical thing, but when you're doing a bunch of songs in a row, it can help if you can get all those levels a bit more sorted out. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, your stage presence was dramatic, but it was groovy as well as dark. And again, that's a pretty unique combination that you've already just got going on there. Yeah, and so once you work out the sort of vocal breathing techniques and figure out where your range is, and I mean, it's unfortunate, we can work in our ranges. I'm not a singer. I have to sing backing vocals in the band that I'm in, but I'm a reluctant backing vocalist. But what I have learned is that I've learnt what my range is, and that's helped me dramatically, because if there's something that's just out of my range, I'll handball it over to one of my bandmates to sing those backing vocals, because I want to make sure that it's better that everything's sort of as much in pitch as possible. So I know it's been a bit drawn out, this feedback, and it's mainly about vocal technique, but seriously, once you sort that, it'll just help improve the whole thing, and you'll be more comfortable with it, and yeah, it'll just improve on an already good performance package that you've got there. So yeah, good on you, and thanks for your performance.